SoCal. It's all about the ride. We're not talking the 405, are we now? You know that. Surf is up, and we're serving it up. From the deep blue Pacific to every diamond across North America. It's PGF, the national championship. That's no slap. 12U Premier Diamond Sports Hotshots. And Georgia, Impact, Langston. Over the shoulder, the play is made. Out of the losers bracket come the winners. From Deer Park, Texas, it's Texas Sudden Impact. They are the 12U Premier PGF 2016 National Champions. And in about an hour and a half, if all goes well, there will be a national champion. Hello there, folks. Amanda Freed, Olympian, and of course, All-American. My name is Darren Sutton out of Texas, the Diamonds, Hot Shot Gold, and out of Georgia. What a great story, Amanda. And let's go there in our open. The Georgia Impact team, who yesterday had to go 5-0 out of the losers bracket, they kind of signify this out-of-state leadership that we've seen. What a fun journey for the Impact.
Well, it's just been so much fun to see the talent spread across the nation. So much versatility throughout this tournament, from 18 Platinum we saw earlier today to 10 and under to now this 12 and under division. It just keeps getting better. And I love it that, right, the leadership of these out-of-state teams is really coming through.
The Impact work defensively. They are the home team. The Hotshots out of Texas. As a matter of fact, out of Houston, Texas. Nathan Nelson, I should say, their head coach. 6-0. The Hotshots, they didn't have to have that journey yesterday. Powell, Jones, Pickering, Bergeron, Strode, Garcia, Nelson, Quarenta, and Vasquez. And we promise you, they've been great spending time with us. We'll introduce you to all of them, like Kennedy Powell out of Pete Junior High School. Monisha is her mom, Eric is her dad, and she leads things off. Line shot right to third. My goodness, ready to roll. Mia Williams, thank you very much. A fine play. Powell hit it hard, though. Let's take a look defensively with Melvin in the middle of that outfield. Leno and Parker flank her. Condon and Goodwin in the middle of the infield with Calloway, and we just saw Williams. Langston works with Crenshaw out of the circle. Boy, a slap attack offensively. Check out this defense. Goodwin is even with the pitcher. We take a look at what Emma Langston has done.
Oh, and they are just in the face of the hitters here on defense. Look at how tight they're drawn in.
What a beautiful piece of hitting. Now it gets by. Ashlynn Jones hustling on around. Look at the speed. It disappears behind the wall. And as that one disappears, let's see where they send her back. It's a ground rule double. Went into the corner where the fencing comes just about all the way flush. It managed to find a tiny little rabbit hole out there.
And this is so unfortunate for the Hotshots. A well-hit ball right down the line trickles away from Leno in left field. And then look at that small little spot in left field. But Jones was already past second base when this happened, but unfortunately she's got to go back to second base. That's the rule on that play.
Cassidy Pickering, she is the team captain of this 12U Hotshot squad. 2015, Cassidy was a key member of the squad that won it all. PGF 10U 2015 champions, and Cassidy was on that team. So there's some experience here. Pretty curveball, dives on the inside. From the arm of Emma Langston. Langston v. Pickering here. Screwball goes outside, inside, outside. Good stuff. Pickering having a hard time dealing with it.
What's amazing, the difference in the tempo of this game. A lot of energy starting in the circle with Langston. She's very quick out there in the mound. She's got a fast tempo. The hitters are jumping in the box, being aggressive.
Line drive left field, have her defense perfectly. Literally, Leno was almost, Amanda, standing on the line there. That's doing your homework, right?
That's doing your homework, and that's your pitcher hitting her spots as well. Look at this ball just off the outside part of the play, but you're right, Leno actually had to come back into fair territory a little bit to make that catch.
I have no idea how they had any time to scout anything. They played 5 games yesterday. They must have some really good, and as you said, the pitcher hitting their spots. Out of the back of that box there, big long stance. Macy Bergeron, the catcher.
I mean, you can't get any further back than where Bergeron has her back foot. This 12U division throws from 40 feet. So she's trying to gain every advantage by going to the back of the box and making Langston throw that ball just a little bit further.
Threw it right by her there, 2-1 the count. Langston on this tournament, 22 innings, we showed you that. Just 3 runs allowed, it's a .95 ERA. Only 3 walks with 15 strikeouts. Not a ton of strikeouts, but doesn't walk anyone. Curveball, nothing doing, doesn't bite it that one away. Bergeron, meantime, 4 of 16, but also 5 walks. Waves at that curveball as it disappears, and down she goes. There was a double in the middle of it all. And we are underway with a pretty brisk pace. Bottom of the first, a 12U national title game.
You want to know the secret to victory? Fail to make the varsity team.
Start your career as a walk-on. Take a perfect team, blow a perfect season.
Spend 108 years as a lovable loser.
Be on the wrong side of the biggest upset in your sport.
I really want to know the secret to victory.
Heartbreak for Matt Ryan, who is in utter disbelief.
Defeat.
Make defeat your fuel.
What makes a thunderbolt? They pitch faster, hit farther, run quicker, go harder. They bring home championships and build relationships. They never quit and strive to push through any obstacle that may come their way. For themselves, for each other, for their future. Because it's not about the game, it's about the girls. Visit us online to learn more about how you can become a thunderbolt.
Away we go to the bottom half of the first inning. S.J. Guerin. Savannah is ready to go. And Guerin in that circle. Has pitched effectively, obviously, for an undefeated squad. There's some offense in this Georgia Impact, though. And Taylor Malvin leads things off. 2 years ago on a squad that took 3rd place in 2015 at the 10U level. Same year that this team, the Hotshots, won it all. Here's where you need to look. Goodwin has 10 hits in this tournament. Williams has 13. 23 between the two in the heart of the order. That's where the damage is done, but top to bottom, a very dangerous lineup. Changed up on her, good pitch. What do we know about the work of Guerin in the circle?
She's got 5 pitches and very good command of all of them, and Coach says the best changeup in the country. I think he said country, either country or county, but I think he's going with country. And we've seen a couple of them here, but that's saying a lot. She's also done some work at the 14 and under level and performed exceptionally well. We take a look at this last pitch, and very deceiving she is with that changeup. There's not a lot to her motions. She's very simple. Comes with a lot of power out of the hip.
Inside corner. Tough to deal with. Jaden Leno. Guerin, by the way, 22 and 2/3 innings, those 25 strikeouts. Again, a strike thrower, only 6 walks, an ERA in this national championship of 1.54. Boy, playing tight defensively. We need to talk more about that because we've seen a couple of times Garcia has played literally even with the pitcher. As we take a look at how they line up behind her with Pickering, Nelson, and Bergeron next to her. But it's Emma Garcia, the second baseman, that on more than one occasion has played with the slappers, literally even with the pitching circle. Good one. Right back to that circle. 1, 2, 3. Made very, very short work of them, the Hotshots. Get out and go to work. We played one, scoreless, 12U National Championship. Opening ceremonies. What a great way to start things. The luau-like atmosphere, the leadership, an incredible experience. And of course, amazing music. There's nothing like dancing with your friends before you do battle with your friends. And Jake Miller was great on stage. Boy, was he fun to get things going at the opening ceremonies. Legendary speakers like Sue Enquist, Jenny Fitch, and Patrick Wayne joined, the actor and son of John Wayne, as of course the John Wayne Cancer Institute, a great beneficiary of this week and then next week as well. All that bears mentioning. Back to the screen it goes. Emma Stroud.
Hey, we're looking for one right here. Let's go, 5. Looking for one and go to work.
The first baseman. Justin is dad, Laura is mom. And that one is fouled off to the right side. And Emma is tall. Always think about hitters with height and the moving parts that go into that swing. There's just, you have longer arms, longer legs. To be a tall person, the leverage is great. But the length you can find in your swing is the challenge, right?
Yep, definitely. Get it all moving in the same direction in sync.
If you do that, you're in good shape. If you let it travel deep, then you're in really good shape. 5 of 18 in this national championship. What did we see?
We've seen some good inside out, some barrel lag, a nice little stride, and then she uses her front side very well, lets the ball travel deep, but you can see that length through the swing tends to be a little bit slower.
And therefore you pitch her in, and you pitch her tough. And Stewart pops that one up to the pitcher, and she goes down and gives way for another Emma Garcia. This Hotshots team that had been perfect. Coming in 8-0, 5-2, 4-1, 5-3, 6-3, 11-6. Not really challenged dramatically. Garcia swings right through that one. So here's what you need to know, right? We just showed an .063 batting average, but understand this, she's had some great at-bats. She's got a .286 on base. Which she will tell you is not outstanding, but those 5 walks change things, and she has been able to, with the work she does defensively at second, really help her team. Serves that one off to the right side.
Unfortunately, the numbers don't always show the full story of your offense. The BBs you hit right at players, like you said, the walks you draw that really make an impact on the game.
Has to roll that one to the right side. Algebra 1 in 7th grade, by the way. Geometry coming up in 8th grade, so the classroom is hers. She dominates on that field. Part of the Vanguard program, part of the debate team, so really, really good student, and that's outstanding. Part of that Hotshots team, we were able, you and I, to sit and talk about them and celebrate the first ever 10U national championship. She was on that team. Curveball disappears away, and that's a foul ball. Emma just got a piece of it.
Here we go, G. Fight with 2 right here. Relax and go to work. Let's go.
Langston has has a curveball spoiled. We'll do it again.
Let's go.
Dubs her curveball her best pitch, is most confident in that pitch.
Good discipline.
Buries that one in, that might set up a curveball.
Hey, starting with 2 right here. Let's go. Good. Good job, Jay.
And Michael played professional baseball for the Yankees for a while. If that one comes up and over our head. Talking about Emma in the circle. Nothing doing, doesn't bite on that curveball that missed away, it disappeared.
I think that just shows exactly what Garcia has been doing at the plate. A really good at bat. She went deep and forced Langston to throw a number of pitches, fouling them off, taking the ones that weren't in the zone and drawing a walk.
Like Ebony Gonzalez, we initially had in this spot Aspen Nelson as the right fielder. And looks like Ebony Gonzalez is hitting right now. She waves through that one. Let's see if Nelson has her opportunity. Aspen here in a bit. Gonzalez has done a nice job. She's 5 of 14 with 3 walks. She's reached a ton. Out of the box. So they got her a little bit of a jailbreak there, sneaking out. She's out.
And we've been seeing this happen more often in the game. Those slappers are getting their toes right up on the line when they started. Then that back foot is crossing over. You can see it's out of the box in front of home plate. If you make contact with the ball with your foot out of the box, you are out.
Jules Quarenta. St. Edward Catholic School. Waves through that curveball, runner on the move, tag on top of that helmet, thanks for coming. Down she goes, a beautiful throw. Elena Crenshaw from behind home plate, put it right on the mark. Langston helped her out. Curveball that rode up and away, a little bit high. Don't want to overlook what Brianna Condon did as well. Scoreless. This great destination, DeAnna Manning Stadium, Bill Barber Park, Irvine, California. And a festival, a softball festival-like atmosphere. Quick visit from the Hotshots coaching staff. Nathan Nelson, Stacy Nelson, his wife, by the way, on that staff, Rick Vasquez, and Enrique Quarenta. Mia Williams to lead things off. Mia pops it up, right up and over the circle. Good communication the entire time. You knew that Kennedy Powell wanted to make that play. Hands out by her side, she clearly called for it. So Mia Williams, first out of the inning. And now Kadra Parker. Parker 8 hits and 22 at bats. Kadra also 4 runs batted in, a pair of doubles and a triple. It's been a really, really good World Series as she rolls those sleeves up to go to work. Slugging .545. She slugged that one. just got it off the end of the bat a little, and it still finds green grass. Tracking the entire time was the right fielder, unable to make the play. Nelson was on it the whole time. She squares this one up, by the way. It's out.
She does. She just missed it, but still got enough depth on it. A nice run there by Nelson out in right field.
Aspen Calloway. Changeup dips over the outside corner. 0-1 the count to Aspen. 4 hits and 19 at bats. She does have a double, does Calloway. Straight A student in the classroom. No thoughts on that rise ball there. Two and one the count with the changeup. The miss is low and away. Savannah's parents met both at University of Tulsa, where they both were athletes. Her dad Robbie played football there, and mom Angela softball. Over the outside corner, boy, that is a tough pitch.
Yeah, coming from the left side also, and it almost looks like it bends from off the plate back on. So it looks further outside than it actually is when it crosses the plate.
If you're able to thread the needle and command that pitch. Started well off the plate and nipped the outside corner. That's devastating. What she did there. I mean, she kept that one away. And there's nothing you do with it. I mean, you just protect.
Yeah, just foul it away. I mean, that's a tough pitch. She can throw it in the zone and outside.
Belted, left field. She squared that one up, but it's run down out there by Ashlynn Jones.
Well, that is some good hitting to foul off that changeup, to see a couple of off-speed pitches, and then to be able to sit hard and inside and drive it down the left field line. Almost finds the grass, but well read by Jones out there in left field.
We're keeping an eye on Savannah. Almost looks a little uncomfortable after she releases the ball in the circle. Not quite sure if we're seeing that, right? Look, the pitches aren't affected. Maybe a little gingerly somewhere.
Yeah, it looks like she's slightly limping around in the circle. I've seen her glance over at the dugout a couple of times.
Great changeup, 1-2 the count. If she is uncomfortable with something, so far it hasn't affected her pitching. You think? Yeah, she does look uncomfortable. There's no doubt about it. They will have a conversation. Her stuff has been spectacular. If they walk her off the field, gather around, and the stuff is great. Working very tenderly, though. Bottom of the second we go. The 12U National Championship. Premier Girls Fast Pitch.
No matter the age of the girls I train, you can always tell the ones that may go far. It's in their eyes. It's in their focus. They know it doesn't need to be pretty or perfect. Growth will come. You can see when they own that. When they decide that getting better is more important than their fear of failing. That's when their game changes. That's when everything changes. That's when these girls become unstoppable.
A building is only as strong as the foundation it's built upon. That's why family-owned Morris Shea has been providing deep foundation and earth retention systems throughout the United States and the Caribbean since 1969. From heavy industrial projects to bridges, schools, sports stadiums, and government buildings, we have the technical expertise to handle even the most geologically and environmentally challenging sites. Because at Morris Shea, we know there's nothing more important than a strong foundation. Visit us at morrisshea.com to see how we can help support your next project.
Everyone has insecurities, and it really is about what you choose to do with them. Insecurities don't have to define you, but they can create a story for you. There's a positive way to be fulfilled through female athletics. If I could do one thing, it would just be to give someone the inspiration, be able to be more than they ever thought they could be.
At this beautiful complex, continuing to keep an eye on Savannah Guerin, who has been so solid and strong. Can't argue with the stuff, though.
She's been looking strong, but she threw a number of changeups in that last at-bat that makes you wonder, after she comes back limping, if maybe her harder stuff is affecting what we're guessing is possibly her left groin. And when you're a left-handed pitcher, when you stride out that back leg, which is her left leg, when it drags, it does put some strain on the inside part on that groin on the left leg. So you got to wonder if she possibly strained it, or now she's motioning on her right leg. So
what a great journey it was for Michael Langston's Georgia Impact team yesterday. Coach, you guys went 5-0 and worked your way through out of the losers bracket. First of all, congratulations in arriving today.
Thank you. Thank you. Our girls are excited to be here. We're just hoping we can come out and leave it all on the field today.
How did you turn things around? It was funny, Amanda Freed, who sits to my right, the Olympian and all that she has accomplished, said, well, you just tell the girls that we only have one game to play today. You thought we worked hard. One's going to feel like one inning.
Our motto yesterday, we sat down and talked to the girls at the very beginning. Instead of worrying about 1 game, 2 games, 5 games, our motto for the yesterday was just to win every inning. As long as we could win the inning, it would continue to go. Our girls battled all day long yesterday, and I don't think there's anybody here that questions their heart at all.
So you have been here previously, whether it's last year or 2 years ago, when your squad did not win a game. Describe that.
That was last year. We were here as 10s. We finished 3rd. We actually lost to the Hotshots in bracket play. They put us out. And then last year we come as a first-year team. We were one of the 3 first-year teams, and I believe we lost 3 one-run ball games. In our first bracket game, we drew the eventual champion, Texas Southern Impact. And some learning, some growing pains. Our girls were up 1-0 in the 3rd inning, and then the wheels on the bus kind of fell off, and they put a lot of pressure on us. And being that first-year team, we weren't sure how to answer back. But this year, they've learned from that experience, and each and every game, they know they're never out of it.
So my question for you, as this one dumps into right field, then I'll let you go to work, and a base hit there. My question for you is just take the floor for a moment. Describe all that your program stands for now that you have the floor.
The Georgia Impact is a program. Every time you see a Georgia Impact team, you know that they're going to be well coached, they're going to play hard, and they're going to do things the right way. I will say this about our group. Our group probably has as much fun as anybody in the ballpark. They're not probably as stressed in a lot of these situations as some others. They want to play football. They want to goof off. They want to have fun. They want to get out there and leave it on the field. Guys, I hate to do this.
Go to work.
Okay,
please.
I'm going to go to work.
Thank you.
Thank
I figured
you.
that would happen.
Thank you.
All right, going to work, and we knew that with a couple of base hits, he had to do some coaching, take charge of things, and he does. What a day they had yesterday. A couple of really well-placed swings there, by the way, to put those 2 runners on.
Absolutely, and I think the way he described his team is one that can explain how they were able to get through yesterday, but you can't be stressed in that kind of a situation. If you're a stressed team, you don't make it through 5 games straight winning in a situation like this.
There's a little stress over in that corner when we hope that Savannah's okay. Ashlynn Jones doubled in the first inning. That one skipped by. Both runners move up. Runners on second and third.
And this ball just gets away from Crenshaw behind the plate. The runners move up 60 feet. And that'll draw a conference into the circle. The infielders come in to discuss the situation. The impact defense drawn in very tight. They're trying to cut down anyone now at the plate, and another conference will be called in the circle.
Coach Langston, he and his families, you know, when you think about traveling and budgets that go into it, and if you're a California team, maybe you carry a bigger roster, but there are 3 subs on this roster today. And, you know, with price of traveling, and you know, you want to make sure if you bring players on a long trip like this, they have an opportunity to play some. But not only are they here, but they're doing so with 3 subs.
And I would imagine those 3 subs were very critical in yesterday's
Oh, you bet.
5 games, having to come in any situation possible.
Well, let me finish the story. The Hotshots have 2, so they're undefeated with just 2 subs. That one skips away and unable to be seen as it was hidden behind the swing there. Big swing of Ashlynn Jones. Outstanding volleyball player back at home. Crack is certainly something that calls to her as well, but athlete of the year amongst her 7th grade mates. Rolls that one to the right side, and it's a foul ball at Arnold Middle School. Very best athlete in her school is named by her school. Dad is Dale, mom is Brooke. She's got a little sister, Addie. Dad was a heck of a baseball player when he was younger. Slaps that one down. They'll send them both around. They'll make a play. Unable to make it. Aggressive base running into second. Clapping her hands. Driving in a pair. Ashlynn Jones.
Jones showing some really good patience at the plate. Keeps her head down on this swing, drives it into the gap in left field. That'll score 2 runs. Jones goes ahead and takes second base on the throw home. Look at that back foot come off the ground. That's just showing that leverage and the power she has coming through the zone.
So a change made. The DP, Kirsten Fleet, he was alternating these 2 pitchers yesterday, and he may do it again today. So Fleet, number 7 on that jersey, gets the call. So we'll see what happens with regard to Guerin, and if she stays in this game. Lead out of Auburn Middle School back home, straight A student. Here's what she says. You can tell us what her coaches say. She says, and I quote, "I attack the strike zone with speed and movement, but I have the best defense in the country behind me." What do her coaches say about
they're
her?
just, you know, she's a power pitcher. They like that speed. She'll throw high 50s to low 60s with a strong fastball, drop and curve, and I mean, they think the same. She can get strikeouts, so she likes to pound that strike zone. But I like her relying on her defense. You know, let them put it in play. Let your defense work.
Misses outside, 1-0 the count. She's got that eye black under that helmet, does Cassidy Pickering. Slaps that one foul down the third base line. Yeah, that look of attack with the war paint, the eye black on. Here's the secret that she filled out her information sheet for us. Somehow she found her very own really soft, bright pink pen. So not quite as tough when she's off the field. Over the outside corner. Good look at screwball there. That zipped out to the corner. Two and two, the count. Belted, left center field, beats the defense. Down and all the way to the wall. Another run will score. It is 3-0. Using the entire field on the attack, the Hotshots.
And I love this opposite field power. Look at that leg kick, that timing mechanism, and then letting the ball travel deep onto that outside corner, drives it into that left center field gap. That scores another run. Very good discipline at the plate. I love the approach.
Blew it right by her there, rise ball up. 0-1 the count. Macy Bergeron. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Dad played baseball in high school. Mom, a softball player. Macy, a great volleyball player as well. Curveball got her. Trying to lead that runner at second. Bergeron's gone down with the strikeout twice today. And now a chance for Emma Stewart, who takes strike one. 0-1 the count to Emma. Popped up to the pitcher her last time up. Oh, Stewart would love another shot at that one. Stewart works in the circle very, very successfully. We talked about that leverage and that height earlier throughout this summer journey in which she has played. She's got 8 home runs.
I believe it.
Fun battle here, isn't it?
I love it. We have some nice swings going on. And I like the adjustment with the quick hands. She was caught, Stewart was, with that inside pitch in her last at bat, but she's firing a little earlier.
Chase that curveball up and away. And leverage those long arms with that power is there. Betrayed her that time, but not before it was sprayed all over the ballpark. Vasquez and Powell both scored. Ashlynn Jones singled in a pair. Cassidy Pickering with a double. Get it done, Houston ladies. So much history and obviously a big part of Orange County. El Toro Marine Base. And you think about how this area will evolve based on that land usage, which will change things dramatically. This beautiful ballpark, DeAnna Manning Stadium, and it's been a lot of fun watching this Hotshots team, the way they attack the softball. Nathan Nelson joins us from down in that dugout. Well, that's the way you do it, and the fun thing watching it there, coaches, it's letting the ball travel deep, and even though we're looking at 12U athletes, those are pretty approaches in the batter's box. That last half inning had to please you.
Yes, absolutely. This is Rick Vasquez. Coach Nathan is the head man. Yeah, absolutely. Great adjustments at the plate. They did a fabulous job here the second time around, and this is what you have to do against a tough pitching staff. We understand they threw a lot of innings, so we want to jump on them early and get things going.
All right, Rick, so then scout the shortstop for us. Do you know anything about her out there?
Yeah, I'm proud of my little girl, absolutely. Cecilia, she works hard, she's smooth, she's a great athlete. It all started with dance, absolutely. She took ballet. I think that's what helped with the sweet feet that she has, but I love how she plays, I love how she competes, and proud of her and her teammates.
Speak on behalf of your entire staff, your families, and just speak about some of the things that the Hotshots program stands for those that are watching on a national level now.
Well, absolutely, it's about family. First, it starts with the girls. It's an incredible group of girls. As you all know, they came out here and won 10U PGF in its original form, and they're great athletes. They like to be pushed. They're competitors. The parents have bought in. We travel a lot, so they make a huge commitment for that, and we just have a lot of fun. And obviously, when you win, it makes it all better, and it would be great to come out here and close it out today.
Hey, Rick, thank you so much. Don't tell Nathan, but you did a much better job than he would have.
All right, I'll let him know.
No, don't tell him.
Okay.
Right. We want him to like us still. No, we appreciate it, Rick. Thank you.
Thanks for having us out here.
Awesome. Rick Vasquez joining us. Nathan Nelson in that third base coach's box. I'm glad he set us straight down there, which makes sense. Nelson wanting to go out to that main spot. Rick was fun, though. I mean, let's be honest. Got some big shoes to fill there, Nathan. 2-2 the count. To the right side, well struck. Easing back, Aspen Nelson puts that one away, and Fleet flies out to right field. Kirsten Fleet. I'll tell you the story about Kirsten's grandfather the next time she hits, because she has every reason to be inspired by him. DeAnna Condon, the shortstop, takes over the inside corner. Nice screwball. Tough to get the arms extended with that one.
Yeah, a different look from Emma Strood now coming out of the circle. She also has a nice changeup. We're seeing that right there, but that screwball drop curve, she's got a little bit of everything, has great command as well, so this staff runs deep.
We're talking about Strood and how she pitches. It's a shame for Guerin, isn't it? I mean, we probably won't see her in this game today, but what special stuff. That changeup you told us about looked like she was battling a lower body injury somewhere. A shame to see it happen, but my goodness, she was spectacular when we saw her. Inside corner, Strood says, I'll take you home if you let me. Savannah, you did an outstanding job, so that is pretty stuff.
Well, you know exactly. How nice is it to be able to be okay with sitting on the bench and having your team pick you up and your pitcher and your defense pick you up, and there she is sporting a, cheering on her team, but no doubt she'd rather be in the circle. But
yeah, you bet.
She wants to know what's going on. She's got her wristband on. She's checking the signs.
That was a great shot, wasn't it? She's following right along as those signs are sent out to Strood. By the way, Jules Quarenta is now the first baseman. She was the DP because of the move, Strood from first. Quarenta now will look to be the answer over there defensively. That's a good-looking changeup there, folks. 0-2 the count. Another change. By the way, coming in, Strood had pitched 19 and a third innings, walked 4, and struck out 20 with a 2.17 ERA. No chase there, and a screwball misses wide. Good two-strike pitch. Taylor Malvin struck out back in the first inning in her first at bat. A good range in center field. Good slapper. This one on one hop. Got to get rid of it quickly. Unable to scoop it out of the dirt. And so that slap for Malvin is rewarded as she is on.
Speed out of the box forces errors. And that was a rushed throw. Wasn't gloved completely cleanly over by Powell at third. She kind of got it on the heel and got rid of it a little bit too quick. Wasn't able to make it all the way over. And nearly a nice pick, but that just hits off the heel of the glove.
0-1 the count. Paints the outside corner with a screwball. Jaden Leno. Dad is Jamari. Mom is Trisha. Change up, swung right to it. 0-2 the count. Just wants to reach because if she does, she can fly. Oh my goodness, that changeup outstanding. No strikeout there. It is called back. They'll send the runner to second base.
That's right. He wants to give her another chance, Bob.
We're trying to understand here an illegal pitch called before Stewart even starts her motion.
Yeah, he called it right off the bat. Yeah, that's chicken. That's chicken.
What'd you see?
I don't know if I saw anything. All I know is that arm was thrown out. Okay, so I saw a little bit of the pat there, so maybe in and out of the glove while she was standing on the mound. It had to be something pre-motion because the arm went out there extremely early.
Right. How about you just do the same exact thing and have it work, minus that early motion, because that's exactly what she did. She threw Leno another changeup. Just didn't get a jump on things early prior to the motion. Hotshots Gold out of Texas leading it 3-0.
Premier Girls Fast Pitch, the leader in elite fast pitch softball events worldwide, is now here for all of your equipment and apparel needs. PGF Sporting Goods is based on each individual, using the best equipment to help them achieve their goals, giving every team, coach, and player equal opportunity to get the best name brand pricing. Rawlings, Mizuno, New Balance, DeMarini, Easton, Louisville Slugger, and more. Visit our store in beautiful Huntington Beach, California, next to PGF National Headquarters, or visit us on the web at www.pgfsportinggoods.com. PGF Sporting Goods, because the best of the best athletes need the best of the best equipment.
Nothing is the score. And free Darren Sutton, glad to have you with us. And the CEO of Premier Girls Fast Pitch, Dan Hay, joins us on what has been kind of a fevered pitch with the longer game, but they're picking up the pace with this one, and we'll be in good shape. And I think Dan, first of all, thanks for having all of us here, and another exciting first week as we head into this championship day. And I think pacing things, as we hope to pace things now, you and your group and at this championship have just set the pace for the world with regard to softball. As you guys wrap up week one with new technology, with better communication, with the website, with the streaming of every single game played, how exciting has this year been for you?
Well, it's hard to believe this is our 8th year in existence now. You two both have been with us from the beginning, and it just keeps getting better and better every single year. And what we love the most is that early on, it was mainly California teams in these championship games, and here we have, I believe, a Texas team and a Georgia team. Right, Amanda?
Yep, you're right.
And so you hear and you communicate now nationally, not just in California, now nationally. What kind of feedback are you getting? Take me outside of the state of California, from around the country.
Well, the buzz across the country is this is the best tournament in the United States. It doesn't get any better than PGF. The best of the best play at PGF. We have qualifiers, as you know, throughout the United States for these teams to get here, and this is the granddaddy of them all. There's a lot of other national championships in this country, and with other alphabets, and there's usually 20 people sitting in the stands, but we have mass crowds, as you know, and we've got a couple games this evening that we usually sell out with a couple thousand people at. So.
I put on this pink and blue bracelet. There's no alphabet really involved here. The John Wayne Cancer Institute, that has been one true steady stronghold that your relationship has had. It's to give back. Look, this is a lucrative situation, and obviously you give right back to your company to build for the next year, but you also make sure you give back to the Cancer Foundation.
Well, the John Wayne family is very close to myself and PGF. They've been a partner with us for about 5 years now. John Wayne's son, Patrick Wayne, who was in a lot of the Westerns that John was in, his granddaughter, Anita Wayne Swith, are both very supportive of us. And we have donated right above $250,000 to the John Wayne Cancer Institute over the last 5 years.
Amanda Freed, Dan Hay, the CEO, and obviously technology. You and I were talking about Blast yesterday, how players not only can enjoy this experience, their families can, but speak to me with some of your newer technology relationships. You can start with Blast, but take it further.
It's funny. We have Blast. We used to have a company before that that was a sensor company. There's Hit Tracks. To be honest with you, the technology changes so rapidly.
Right.
And I've seen so many different things in the technology field over the last 5 years that it seems like every year and a half something is better, and it's another brand that's coming in. So I honestly don't know where it's all going to end. The entire sport is becoming technology based, and I don't know.
Helps with recruiting, helps to understand these players a little better. That one's dumped into center field. Then that's part of the future, but so is a little more space. Some great new fields will become available next year for the PGF. Explain how that will work.
Yeah, we have a brand new complex in Irvine next year that's going to be coming online with the Great Park, and it's going to add another 8 fields, which will allow us to expand. We have a lot of teams that want to play in this tournament, and we only have so many spots and so many fields, and we're really looking forward to this state-of-the-art facility coming online. It's supposed to be online in February sometime, we hope. So.
Part of this great weekend, too, is the All-American game, a brainchild that you started coming up with a few years ago. Speak to me about the feedback you've gotten on pulling the best players in the country off of their club teams and their high school teams and letting them showcase their talents.
Well, this has become one of the highest honor a softball athlete in the travel ball space can compete in now. As you know, our coaching staff alone, with Jenny Finch and Crystal Bustos and Jenny Ritter and Lovey Jung and Susie Brasney, it's just a highly anticipated event. And on top of that, we have the best players, literally the best players in the country, that will be playing in this game. And last year's game was phenomenal. We couldn't find a seat. The crowd on the top level was 10 people high, deep. I mean, it was quite an experience.
Dan, thank you. We appreciate it. It's always fun to be here in beautiful Southern Cal.
Great to have you back. We love you, Darren. You too, Amanda.
Dan Hay, the CEO, Premier Girls Fast Pitch, the 12U National Championship game. Team out of Texas leading a team out of Georgia. That's the way they like it. From opening ceremonies to championship. And right away, that defense works out nicely. A little swing and a swinging chop out to the drawn-in infield for the Hotshots. And again, as we told you earlier, Emma Garcia plays equal with the circle. And Jaden Goodwin with the quick one-hopper. Look at this.
Yeah, this defensive shift really paying off directly at... Is that Quarenta coming in, or was that Garcia? Garcia shading in and cutting that ball off.
0-1 the count. Quick strike to Tamiya Williams. Windermere Prep is where she attends school. Tamiya Williams does. You remember Jason Williams, right, folks? If you follow basketball, very successful NBA career. That's Dad. Roll to the right side. In time for the out. Mom as well, an outstanding athlete, almost was an Olympian on the track. And then when you look at Mia's experience, tennis outstanding, USTA 12U champion.
Wow.
Swimmer and a soccer player. Otherwise, it's a pretty inactive, non-athletic house. Just sitting around, earning livings, playing sports, winning titles, nearly going to Olympics. That's outstanding. One and one the count. White County Middle School, Kadra Parker. It's her third opportunity to play in this event, 10U, 12U. Rolls that one to the right side. She found a hole, base hit right field, Parker with a single, so it's been a good day for Kadra. She doubled back in the first inning, and then this single follows it up here in the bottom half of inning number 4, and it's time to get things going.
Yeah, this has been a very quick game, and Hotshots getting in and out of defense very quickly. It's about time for the Impact to start getting some things done offensively.
Pulled the changeup that fluttered up and away. 1-0 the count. Emma Stroud working in that circle. Little chopper, right side, may find a hole, it does. Well, looky what we have here. A little bit of noise now being made with 2 outs, back-to-back singles.
Yeah, it's just about finding holes and punching that ball through the infield. Not a lot to it, but just out of the reach of a diving Garcia. Good effort. If she stops that, might have a play at second base.
Alana Crenshaw, Pike County Middle School back at home. Visited last year, part of the tournament, that team that did not win a game at PGF Nationals. Dad is Allen, mom is Kelly. Very good student, straight A's, 4.0 GPA, all accelerated and gifted classes. And Alana looks at a changeup, good looking take. 2-0 the count. Great activity, great buzz for this 12U game. A lot of folks in the crowd anticipating a big, big day and night of softball. 3-0. Three and one the count. Hitters count. And she made no bones about it. She went right down Broadway. I guess here Jamboree. She went right down Jamboree. I mean, that's a picture that just says, if you hit it out, I still am tied. I'm not going to walk you.
You have to. You have to do it in that situation. You do not want to walk the bases loaded. Challenge up.
See if she does again. You bet. Right there. Popped up. Right side. Down! Some noise being made by the Impact. She did attack, but Crenshaw answered. Took a pitch deep, deep into her stance. Single and an RBI. Runners on first and third. And the score is 3-1.
I think that is such a smart approach at the plate with 2 strikes and a pitcher who has a very good changeup. You have to look to hit the ball to the right side. You have to let it travel deep. That's the way you protect in case that changeup is thrown, but she sees it deep, keeps her head down on that pitch so well and just sprays it into right field.
Conversation continues on the mound. And now we play. Runners on first and third. Bottom of inning number 4. Kirsten Fleet. Premier Girls Fast Pitch 12U National Championship game. Beautiful pitch hits the outside corner. Last year at this age group, it was Texas, a team from Texas, Sudden Impact, defeating Impact Gold Esparza, 2 teams from Texas doing battle. Into the dirt, what a job. Bergeron keeping it right there. Not sure if the runner would have scored, but certainly would have moved into scoring position from second. Well done by Marcy there. At the corner, extended that inside corner. Dan Hay was in here earlier talking about the John Wayne Cancer Institute. Kirsten Fleet's glad to have that discussion, though she'd rather not. But she loves and is proud of her grandfather. 2-time cancer survivor. True inspiration for her. Rolls that one. High bouncer. May catch a break with it. Long throw. Dug it out! What a play at first. Quadenta, who couldn't do so 2 innings ago. That time, Johnny on the spot. Up the ladder at third goes Powell. The throw's into the dirt. Vacuum that bad boy up. You betcha.
This is your calling card. The arc of your swing, the mark of your style. That touch you bring to the game that no one else can. It's got your signature in every little detail. Your specs, your colors, your name, one of a kind. So whether you choose the PXT for unmatched pop or the LXT for a perfect balance of power and feel, you'll stand out when you take the plate.
No matter the age of the girls I train, you can always tell the ones that may go far. It's in their eyes. It's in their focus. They know it doesn't need to be pretty or perfect. Growth will come. You can see when they own that. When they decide that getting better is more important than their fear of failing. That's when their game changes. That's when everything changes. That's when these girls become unstoppable.
You want to know the secret to victory? Fail to make the varsity team.
Start your career as a walk-on. Take a perfect team and blow a perfect season.
Spend 108 years as a lovable loser.
Be on the wrong side of the biggest upset in your sport.
You really want to know the secret to victory?
Heartbreak for Matt Ryan, who is in utter disbelief.
Defeat.
Make defeat your fuel.
Those Hotshots inside of their huddle, leading it by a score of 3-1 over the Georgia Impact. Again, the Diamond Sports Hotshot Gold, a program from Houston, Texas, a program that has experienced significant success. And a program that obviously 10U, the runner-up in its inaugural year. Last year, first year of its appearance in the PGF, they played there at the 12U, beating the shift that time. Beautiful swing at that softball, just pounding it down. And Kennedy Powell is on. That's her second hit.
And that was just perfect placement with that slap. That shift is on. That hole is covered, but she bounces it right up over the head, and that is an easy single for her, and that's the time where that shift does not pay off, but Impact will go right back at it.
They saw the runner moving. The runner didn't move with a glove. Then the throw goes into center field. Then guess what? The runner moved. Something blocking the line of sight there from behind home plate for Crenshaw. She fired that one away.
Yeah, with a left-handed hitter in there, sometimes you can't see the runner going. You rely on sounds. And good runners oftentimes will deke that they're going and draw a throw, and in that case it paid off with an extra base.
One and two the count. Down and away, 2-2 the count. Ashlynn Jones. Great speed, solid slapper. Slaps that one down. Look how far it'll go. They were playing to pull. She shot it, and she's still moving. On into third with the slide. Ashlynn with a triple. Well, she manages to hit one over the boards in her next at bat. She will have a softball cycle. She's got a single, a double, and now a triple with an RBI.
Wow, look at just the punch on this. She doesn't really try to hit it that hard, but she does. She just squares up so nicely, and it's off to the races. Look at how fast she is around the bases. Picks up her coach before she gets to second base. And legs out a triple.
One and 0 the count to Cassidy Pickering. This squad's team captain. She lined to left. She doubled in a run back in the second at bat of the contest in that big third inning. Stabs at that one. Comes up empty. Mr. Kirby played college softball, high school softball. Older sister for Cassidy that meant a lot to her. She goes down on strike. All right, Marcy Bergeron hops right into the box. She's ready to go. This Premier Girls Fast Pitch 12U National Championship game, capping a very busy, fun week of softball. That one is punched. And it is played, and that plates yet another run. Nice little safety squeeze. Bergeron gives herself up. You love that. She was already 0 for 2, but why not give yourself up for an RBI?
You know what? And so well executed. Perfect placement on that. Just far enough away from the plate to where there wasn't a play, especially with the speed of Ashlynn Jones at third base.
5-1 the score. Here's Emma Stroud, who had moved into the circle. The right side, that one is fouled off. You know, you think about the evolution of this event, the players it has touched, and it's now becoming tangible. Because you have players that obviously come from this event, and when it's in its infancy, you hope to see players go on to college. One of the very first events, the 18U, was won by the SoCal A's when Mo Mercado, the unlikely hero, as that one's driven to right field, that's down. That's up against the wall. Stroud is in with the slide. It's a two-bagger. We'll finish that thought in a moment. Emma Stroud, we talked about the leverage she's able to use, it paid off there.
Yeah, definitely. You could see the adjustment she made from her first at-bat to her second, even although she got the strikeout, and then to this at-bat. Look at how compact she is in the beginning. She gets her hands directly to the ball, and that's what you call using your whole body. Great leverage. Short, quick, threw that ball into right center field. Beautiful swing.
Gathering, talking softball, and to finish the thought, it was Mercado's unlikely base hit that catapulted the SoCal A's into the national level outside of in the softball world. Everyone else knew who they were in the softball world, but on national television. I had a chance to call so many of Mo's games at the University of Arizona. And at Major League Baseball's All-Star game just about a week and a half ago, the NPF, National Professional Fast Pitch League, and the USSSA Pride, Don DeAnna is a great leader in softball as well at the professional level, helping to be a part of that team. Well, Mo Mercado played professionally as well and had a chance to be a part of the broadcast team, so it's becoming tangible what Dan Hay and the founding fathers and moms too, who came up, and coaches, female coaches, came up with this idea. It's now tangible if you think about it, right? That's a professional softball player who played in this tournament.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the more that these young ladies see that, that's a goal, that's a dream. And then the Olympics are back, but they're seeing where you can go with this sport and how many opportunities there are.
Two and two the count. Over the outside corner, that's strike three. 2 more runs in the inning. 5-1 is the score. Maybe pros someday off of this roster. Can't wait to see. 5-1 is the score. 9 hits for the visiting team. And certainly they have reaped the benefits, the Hotshots. 1 error for either team. Base hit left field.
Coming out swinging. The impact down to their final couple of innings, so they're going to start getting things going, getting base runners on, which they have been doing. Plated a run in the 4th, hoping to do so again. An aggressive leadoff over there at first base by Condon, but she holds. I think that's a safe decision. Keep your base runner on. You got the top of your lineup up.
Nearly extra bases. Over the outside corner, doing some painting with the change of pace there. 1-2 the count.
And that's pitch as far out as you can get a strike called in this game. Perfect placement.
Middle of the diamond, knocked down. There's one. That's all they will get, but a fine play there to get the lead runner.
We've talked about Stroud's length in the box, but there it pays off in the circle. Be able to grab that ball that would normally probably get its way out into center field. Snags it and gets the lead runner out at second base.
Just trying to answer back, trying to make some noise. Down 5-1. 1-0 the count. Turned that one over, and it's taken all the way. Nice speed out of the left side of that box, inside corner, pretty pitch. 2-2 the count. It's been a pleasure to watch Stewart come in and take over where Guerin was unable to work. So good with that solid changeup. There's a really good changeup in her own right from Stewart.
I love to see the effectiveness of the changeup at this level. It's such a critical pitch, especially when you start to get into the higher divisions. But you could see just how well it works even down here.
3-2 the count. Fouls that one off at home plate. Just knocked down a little piece of it. Leno, who grounded out and struck out. Doing her very best to turn that speed loose. Malvin is at first, reaching on a fielder's choice. Down she goes.
Changeup again is so deceptive, and you see the length that Stewart comes with off the mound. She really strides out towards the plate and then does not slow her arm down as she passes through her release point. It looks just like any other pitch. That's why it's so deceiving.
1-0 the count, 5-1 the score. That one skips in there to Jaden Goodwin. Goodwin, part of that team that won the first ever foul ball. Boy, again, you see that outstretched glove of Kennedy Powell. Touches that glove. She was close. Right hugging up that line. But Goodwin, part of that first ever 10U PGF National Championship with Diamond Sports Hotshots 2 years ago. Winning it all. That's a good skill set she learns from her cousin Brian Dozier, played for the Minnesota Twins. Fired across the diamond. Vasquez, the shortstop. Rapid fire, 6-3. And into the glove it goes. 5-1 is the score. They are counting down outs. The team out of Houston, Texas, leads it by 4.
You want to know the secret to victory? Fail to make the varsity team.
Start your career as a walk-on. Take a perfect team and blow a perfect season.
Spend 108 years as a lovable loser.
Be on the wrong side of the biggest upset in your sport.
You really want to know the secret to victory?
Heartbreak for Matt Ryan, who is in utter disbelief.
Defeat.
Make defeat your fuel.
What makes a Thunderbolt? They pitch faster, hit farther, run quicker, go harder. They bring home championships and build relationships. They never quit and strive to push through any obstacle that may come their way, for themselves, for each other, for their future. Because it's not about the game, it's about the girls. Visit us online to learn more about how you can become a Thunderbolt.
An incredible week, a celebration of softball, and the very best players in the land at all age groups this week, 10, 12, and 18U. In a week with an opening ceremonies at Huntington Beach Central Park that cranked up with amazing leadership, motivation. And, of course, Jake Miller live on stage doesn't hurt anything. A lot of dancing and fun, and 1-0 the count. Someone will be dancing with the trophy here not too long from now. Been fun watching both of these teams. Two out-of-state teams take this journey. Beautiful pitch, darts over the outside corner.
I tell you, when we started this game, it was like that first inning just flew by. I mean, there was so much energy on the field. It was so quick, things were happening so fast, and then we settled in, and it's been a really great game.
And a quick out, fires it right on by. Top half of inning number 6. Jules Quadenta now. Third ball misses away. Buried it in on her hands, but she pulled those hands in. Boy, that's some slick hitting there. That's some strength.
That's some strength and some quickness with her hands, and I'm impressed because that pitch looked like it was going to be well inside, almost at her, but she's able to muscle that ball into left field. Look at where those hands come tight into her body. She's just trying to get the barrel directly to the ball as soon as she can.
Bunted first base line. Easy tag play there. Cecilia Vasquez drops that one down for the second out of the inning. Vasquez, I think, maybe thinking something with regard to the element of surprise, just didn't get it where she wanted to.
Yeah, maybe push bunt towards the second baseman, have her vacate to first.
CC Vasquez is retired. Strike one to Kennedy Powell. Pops that bunt up third base line. Will do it again. Kirsten Fleet, there is some strength there in the circle, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I really like what she's done since she's come in. Both starting pitchers have been lifted, and we've seen two very good relief performances.
Right there, step to the right, hauled in, fine play. A day of great defense has just gotten a little better. One step over, fine play made. Brianna Condon hauls it in. Bottom half of inning number 6, 5-1. The West Coast, the best coast, and the home of the best softball in the world at the amateur level, the PGF National Championship, the 12U national title game on this gorgeous July day with the wind swirling around on a sunny Orange County day. Out of Texas, the Hotshots, they lead it by a score of 5-1 over the Georgia Impact. Out of Houston, Texas, and a heck of a changeup has Mia Williams in the hole, 0-1. Leaking out front again, backing off velocity-wise.
So we're seeing another illegal pitch either called or warned about, but I do see the motion from the home plate umpire about bringing the hands together and then back apart and then back together. You can't make that motion when you're on the rubber. Once your hands are together, you're set on the rubber. You cannot take them out and then put them back in. He sees that and puts his hand out immediately.
So the 1-1 misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Hold the string back, good looking take. High. How about that? Sometimes you wonder, and I'm going to ask you this.
Yep.
It's a simple little thing, but just being told a couple of times that what you're doing is not right, you have to change. I understand it's not dramatic, but maybe can phase you a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. It's a part of your routine, and you never want to have to think about anything outside of just throwing your pitch. So we think so much about our feet and being legal there, but there are a lot of other aspects to the pitching motion that just become routine.
That makes all the sense in the world. She came right back, fired a good changeup and a strike there, but back to back. Turned that one over just enough to make it nearly unhittable. Changeup. Strike over the outside corner to follow it. 0-2 the count. And down goes Cadrell Parker. Modern television, cameras everywhere.
Talk about technology and trying to keep up. I love the view from the drone, though.
Do you?
Yeah, it's so cool.
Be a nice place to enjoy a meal up there. Oh wait, that's only like 70 feet in the air, sorry. It's not
I feel like
thousands
I'd
of
be
feet in the
focused
air.
on it in the box. I'm gonna hit that thing.
PGF drone, by the way, that's what that is. Change up. 1-1 the count.
So before this game, we talked about Savannah Guerin's changeup and
Right.
how coach said it's one of the best in the country, or if not the best. And I don't know, I'm looking at Emma Strudes and I'm thinking, well, that's rivaling what I saw from Guerin also. So 2 pitchers on your stabs with legitimate changeups. I think that you're going on the right track.
Two and 2 the count. Counting down outs. In on the knuckles, popped up. Sliding effort there. Nothing doing. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count, as we told you. Last year's title game with this age group, a team out of Texas, victorious. The Texas Sudden Impact. Big aggressive lead. They'll send her back to the bag by firing it back to the circle. Matter of fact, if you look back at last year, the 18U Premier, Firecrackers Rico, California, Southern. But then the 18U Platinum team out of Iowa. Into center field. How long does it hang up? Long enough. Ball was well struck. Aspen Calloway really leaned on that one. But Pickering was there to make the play for the out. 16U championship last year, won by a team out of Chicago, the Beverly Bandits. Back to California, Firecrackers Brashear, the 16U Platinum. The 14U Premier team, again, the SoCal team, the SoCal Athletics. But then Stockton, California, the Great Bets, winning the 14U. As that one hits the inside corner, 12U Texas, 10U Tennessee. So this is not, and probably never will be again, an event dominated by one region of California. Probably never will be again.
I agree.
And every team that played early on out here, and every team, like a team that maybe wasn't like the Hotshots that was watching from afar, and they saw the likes, I'll just add a team. It could be the Firecrackers, it could be the SoCal Athletics. They became the New York Yankees that they wanted to knock off. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
You practice a little harder so you can come out here and beat the best of the best. Now, two teams from out of state are doing battle in that same setting. We head to the final inning. It's a team out of the great state of Texas, Diamond Sports Hotshot Gold, trying to win this 12U national title.
No matter the age of the girls I train, you can always tell the ones that may go far. It's in their eyes. It's in their focus. They know it doesn't need to be pretty or perfect. Growth will come. You can see when they own that. When they decide that getting better is more important than their fear of failing. That's when their game changes. That's when everything changes. That's when these girls become unstoppable.
A building is only as strong as the foundation it's built upon. That's why family-owned Morris Shea has been providing deep foundation and earth retention systems throughout the United States and the Caribbean since 1969. From heavy industrial projects to bridges, schools, sports stadiums, and government buildings, we have the technical expertise to handle even the most geologically and environmentally challenging sites. Because at Morris Shea, we know there's nothing more important than a strong foundation. Visit us at morrisshea.com to see how we can help support your next project.
Everyone has insecurities, and it really is about what you choose to do with them. Insecurities don't have to define you, but they can create a story for you. There's a positive way to be fulfilled through female athletics. If I could do one thing, it would just be to give someone the inspiration, be able to be more than they ever thought they could be.
There is the future star of this event. Little one in the pink jersey. And then in the circle we have a current star, very talented. And seeing the gifts that have been bestowed upon Kirsten Fleet and how she uses them. Putting up out after out after out, trying to keep her team within striking distance. They trail it by a score of 5-1.
I think it's been a good combined effort in the circle for the Impact. Although 5 runs were put up there on the board, they've had a number of scoreless innings and a couple of breakouts by the Hotshots. But overall, I think on both sides of the field, actually, we're seeing very good performances in the circle.
Cassidy Pickering off the end of the bat. They had better hurry. Look at that stretch helping out over there. And a nice job by Aspen Calloway drawing it closer, but a fine play by DeAnna Condon out there at shortstop, 6-3 on the ground out. Whether or not that stretch, the entire stretch was as intentional. I think she headed out there with the stride and the dirt took her the rest of the way. It ended up helping.
I think you're right, because the catch wasn't necessarily like stretched for it. It was kind of more of like a receiving motion. But hey, play made, 2 outs.
They made very well. Macy Bergeron ahead, 1-0. Changeup popped up. Easy chance for the Impact. Will they have an impact in their final shot? Or will it be the team out of Houston, Texas, that again, as they were 2 years ago, are the Hotshots and the champions? Very rare within a 3-year span can you win a pair. They may do it. Erin Sutton and Amanda Freed, we are honored to be spending this time with you watching the very most and the very best talented 12U players in the country. The PGF 12U National Championship game here in Southern California on a gorgeous July day. 2 outs away from victory, should this be out number 1, and it is. Defense has been there all day long. That's Kennedy Powell, Cecilia Vasquez, Emma Garcia. Quarenta moved over, and she is playing first. The infield has been rock solid. Jones, Pickering, and Nelson in the outfield. Bergeron has done a great job behind the plate. 2 years ago, many of these teams on the squad that won the first ever, the inaugural 10U National Championship. Many of these players on that Hotshots squad, they're trying to do it again. So hard to get back. So many games you have to win. Over the outside corner, 0-2 the count. And then the other part of the story is, I'm sorry, Emma Screwed is just a treat to watch.
I agree. I am so impressed with the way that she's coming and just taking control of this game.
0-2 the count to DeAnna Condon, who takes high.
You know, it's hard to prepare mentally for a championship, a national championship kind of a game when you start at first base. You've got a pitcher ahead of you like Guerin, who you think could probably go the full 7 innings. You know you've got to be ready. But to be as ready as early in the game as she was and to continue coming in and getting it done.
Savannah Guerin, a treat to watch. Special, very talented pitcher. Outside corner, 1 out away from a title. You've got to say this about the team from Georgia. They went 5-0 yesterday, maybe just hit the wall today.
You know what? You leave it out there on the field, and they played some good ball today, but the fact that they came through 5 ball games yesterday, and they're loose, and they're enjoying it, and they made it to today, and they put on a show here today says so much about their program.
5-0 and beating a strong Beverly Bandit squad twice to get here. Outside corner, 0-2. Little roller, this should do it. The Hotshots, the pride of Houston, Texas, the Gold Squad are the 2017 12U Premier Girls Fast Pitch National Champions. They win it by a score of 5-1.
Undefeated in this tournament, and what a performance all around by the Hotshots squad, offensively getting it done in the circle, and then defensively picking up both of their pitchers. I mean, an all-over team performance throughout this entire tournament. Congratulations to the Hotshots.
Great effort by the Impact yesterday. We'll have more thoughts from Irvine, California, as we put a wrap on this. Another great year here at the Premier Girls Fast Pitch, and another talented team wins it all. Houston, Texas, be proud of your softball.
Premier Girls Fast Pitch, the leader in elite fast pitch softball events worldwide, is now here for all of your equipment and apparel needs. PGF Sporting Goods is based on each individual, using the best equipment to help them achieve their goals, giving every team, coach, and player equal opportunity to get the best name brand pricing. Rawlings, Mizuno, New Balance, DeMarini, Easton, Louisville Slugger, and more. Visit our store in beautiful Huntington Beach, California, next to PGF National Headquarters, or visit us on the web at www.pgfsportinggoods.com. PGF Sporting Goods, because the best of the best athletes need the best of the best equipment.
Congratulations to the Georgia Impact and their head coach, Michael Langston. Their second place finish. They went 5-0 on decision day. And congratulations to the Hotshots Gold out of Houston, Texas. The 12U PGF 2017 National Champions and their head coach, Nathan Nelson. What a great job. What a great event to be a part of. She's Amanda Freed. My name is Darren Sutton. Our producer is John Walsh. We'll see you next time at the ballpark. Until then, enjoy the softball, everyone.